And guys, we are live. It's me and Ren. We're doing a live Ask
Yay.
Me Anything over on my channel on a Friday morning because I took today off. Well, I took the next few days off for South by Southwest because I was going to go to South by, but decided not to because I've been burned for the last 2 years purchasing a flight and then everything being canceled. So maybe my PTSD will go away from there. But Ren, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Excited to finally be live again with you because it's been it's been longer than usual, and just excited to see what they show us when this finally hits 100.
So for people who don't know, if you've seen the Batman, there's this website. Everyone's been waiting for this 100 to hit. So I decided, well, I want to do a live stream until this goes. You know, well, maybe a little bit after that, but let's see what happens, 99%. Me and Ren both kind of, it's a sequel announcement, right? That's what it's got to be. Watch it be the deleted scene though.
That's so stupid if it is that, because like I've seen some people jokingly say, "Oh, it's gonna be a Fortnite announcement," and I'm like,
I've seen that.
That's so stupid. I will hate it, but it makes sense to make something like this for that announcement. If it is the deleted scene, it makes absolutely no sense.
No, I think it has to be the sequel. It has to be. Because why would you put this at the end of the movie? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, we're going to be doing this for fun. We're going to take all your guys' questions, so feel free to ask us anything. And we're just going to sit here for probably the next 45 to an hour. Hopefully this thing loads up to 100 and just have some fun. And if you want more me and Ren will also be live over on his channel tomorrow for This Week in Geek. So look forward to that podcast tomorrow. We're talking what? God of War tomorrow?
God of War, and a ton of news broke this week, so I'm sure a lot of people will ask us about the things that broke this week.
Definitely, man. Well, SBC Bird is in here. Hey, long time no see. Thoughts on how Star Wars seems to be received better on streaming than the sequels? Do you have any thoughts on this, Ren?
No, because technically what we've seen on streaming, you got the Clone Wars, but that already has a passionate fan base from way before. So if you just count like The Mandalorian and the Boba Fett thing, which is two things, it's very much like what we saw with The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, because everyone loves The Force Awakens, and then half of the people that saw The Last Jedi hated The Last Jedi. I'm not amongst those people. I loved both of them. I unfortunately didn't like the Book of Boba Fett. I think there's some truth, or at least there could be some truth to what Austin is saying, but we'll have to wait a little bit longer and have more of a pool to average things out.
I would say this. I think the reason that, say, Mandalorian is maybe better received in the public eye is because there's more hours of it. I mean, if you really think about it, the sequel trilogy is what? 2 hours each, 2, 4, 6.
2 hours, 2 hours 15, 2 hours 20.
Yeah. So where streaming wise, we have now gotten over that amount of time with Din already because of 2 seasons of Mandalorian and then 2 big episodes for Boba Fett, which is him. So I mean, for me, The Mandalorian is like one of my favorite things that Star Wars has ever done. I love that fucking show. I also really like the sequels. I love Force Awakens. I'm in the minority. It's my second favorite Star Wars film of all time. And The Last Jedi is up there too. I love The Last Jedi, most of it at least. And Rise of Skywalker, I don't hate. I mean, there's worse Star Wars movies out there.
Yeah.
Maybe, depending on who you are. But, so good question. All right, next one. Benjamin asks, what's up, Zach? How's your day going? It's good. Gotten a lot of stuff done, recorded 2 videos today, and now just hanging out. What about you, Ron?
I only recorded 1 video, but I'm probably going to record another one depending on what time I finish a movie that I'll be watching later today.
Is it one that I...
No, I can say it. I'm watching After Yang, finally.
Oh! Ooh! Good.
Ooh.
Good one. I love that movie. Have you seen Columbus?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay. Curious on your thoughts on this one.
I thought it was beautifully directed for what it was. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully acted, but I just didn't find it that interesting. Like, I didn't like, what's the conflict here? Like, there's nothing at stake.
I wonder if you're going to feel the same way for After Yang, but I guess we'll see.
Here's one. Here's hoping not.
Hey, Luke, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate it.
Hi.
You've finished Euphoria, right? For this next one,
I finished Euphoria.
Okay. Yeah. How would you feel about Jules being the primary character of Euphoria season 3? I would hate it. Rue is the main character. I think Jules can piss me off at times. So nothing against Hunter Schafer. Yeah, I mean, nothing against Hunter.
Nothing against Hunter. She plays the role. Like
so
anything
good.
I have to say about Hunter is her acting, and her acting is great. But the character of Jules is despicable. I hate her.
Yep. Tony Movie Chappie asked, "Do you guys think Sean Levy would be a great choice for Deadpool?" I
think we talked about this.
We have.
I think you don't like it as much as I do.
Adam Project won me over. Adam Project.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because as much as I really like Real Steel, I really like Free Guy too. And Real Steel probably had the most emotion until I'd seen Adam Project. The thing with Deadpool that I really want to see is the original Deadpool is one of my favorite comic book films of all time because of that relationship between Vanessa and Deadpool. That second movie was missing that. And I think Sean Levy would be able to bring something like that into there, a core component. It feels like the second Deadpool wasn't as emotional, and I feel like that was what kind of lacked personally for me. So, yeah, if Sean Levy wants to do it, yes, but he's never done an R-rated movie from my understanding, so that's where I'm a little bit more hesitant. What about you, man?
I don't think he has done anything rated R either, but I really like the choice. My only caveat is really, has he done anything rated R? But that's really the least of our concerns.
It's more of the script thing, I think. I guess at that point.
The script, I think he does a great movie. It was Date Night rated R because he did Date Night.
Did he? Date Night? I thought was PG-13. I thought Date Night was PG-13.
No, I don't know if it is rated R.
Let me see.
He did PG. This Is Where I Leave You, which I didn't know, and I never actually saw it, but now I want to see it because he did that. But yeah, I like most of his films. I think he really injects them with a ton of genuine heart, and is able to give spectacle in good balance. So I think it'd be a really good choice. Not my first choice, though I don't know who my first choice
over or under 70% Sean Levy does Deadpool 3.
70? I gotta go under. I can't go that high.
How high would you go?
I love it.
Percentage-wise, how high would you go?
I can't go 50 because 50 is basically admitting that he'll do it. I'm going 45. Let's go 45.
I'm really curious to see who they end up getting to do Deadpool 3 as a director.
Me too.
Because I don't think it won't be the director who did Deadpool 2. Nothing against him. He did a good job, but dude, fuck, if James Gunn did a Deadpool movie,
he'd be a great fit.
He would be so good. I think after Guardians, he's DC for a while.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
I think he'll be done with Guardians, not necessarily Marvel. But who knows?
Do you still think he does like sci-fi, or do you think he goes more other realms?
I think he does sci-fi. I think he does sci-fi.
Like Nova?
I don't know. You know what? Sean Levy would be a great
dude. That would be fucking great. That would be awesome if they did that. That's who I want. That's what I want Sean Levy to do. It's a matter of time. I feel like
if James Gunn goes for Nova, for him, it'll be too similar to just staying with Guardians.
Okay.
Not necessarily that we feel we're watching just another Guardians movie, but to him, like, it wouldn't be that fun.
So now I want to ask you this. I think it's just a matter of time before Sean does an MCU film, right?
I think
it's totally in his wheelhouse.
He's technically in the family with Free Guy already, so
yeah. You know what I could see? I could see him potentially directing, whether they do Young Avengers movies or TV. I could see him doing a couple episodes or the movie for Young Avengers. I think he just has that family style, and the Adam Project really has that as well. So, thank you for the question. Lady Aaron, hey Ren and Zach, how are my two favorite guys doing today? We're both doing terrible. I missed your live Q&As. Yes, I don't do as many because on the weekends we do the podcast, which is pretty much a live Q&A. So this is more of just a random thing because we're still waiting for the 100%.
We're still waiting. I'm checking on it. Don't worry. I have an open tab too.
I have a screen open too, so we're good.
Oh, okay.
D Movie Man, hey you two, hope you are both doing well today. Hey. I wanted to know what films you watched early on that introduced you to the magic of cinema. That's a great question. Great question.
It is.
Ooh, I mean, it's got to be Raiders of the Lost Ark for me. I mean, Toy Story.
Oh,
Toy Story 2 is the first movie I remember seeing, and is the first movie I saw in theaters. So a lot of that can be said there. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Iron Giant. Um,
yes.
those are a lot of the kind of Star Wars. Um, I guess if we're talking about like, because you know how there's movies that you remember, like maybe you don't remember directly seeing as a kid, but then you like
Hmm.
grow up and you see a movie and you're like, this movie is the one that gave me the magic
Yeah.
of cinema. This is a weird one. I don't remember how old I was. District 9 fucking changed my
Oh.
trajectory. That and Signs, like I was really on a big Alien kick and love both those movies, but there's something about both of those that really stuck out to me, like so different. And then like reading about them at a younger age, finding out how like cheap they were to make, and like it actually made me feel like I can make those. Maybe not District 9 per se, because there's a lot more CGI in there, but yeah, no, those are kind of my answers. What about you, Ron?
So to me, there's a ton of those formative movies. A ton of them are animated movies. It's the Lion King, the Toy Story, the Hercules, the
Good pick.
Tarzan, the Treasure Planets. Then my dad introduced me to all the action movies. He introduced me to the Rockies, to the Rambos, to the Terminators, the Die Hards. But then, you know what I'm going to say now, Zach. There are two movies that one made me realize that I loved movies more than anything else, and that was Gladiator, Ridley Scott's Gladiator
Great pick.
with Russell
Yep.
Crowe. And then there's the movie that made me decide and realize I want to be a director. That's what I want to do in my life, and I've taken the road to. I'm still on the road to to be doing that, and that is Batman Begins, directed by Christopher Nolan. So
Great
those
pick,
are the
yep.
two most formative movies for me. But then there's such many great choices to pick from. I grew up on a lot of animated movies, and there's a ton of other things that inspire me with TV. But if I had to pick one, I can't. But to me, the two that stand out are Batman Begins and Gladiator.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the question. Loved it. We do have two super chats real fast, so let's jump into these. Daniel Skinner, opinions on the Fantastic Four movies from Fox. Dated, fun for what they were, but they're not movies I go back to rewatch too often. I do actually think that the main guy they got to play Reed was actually not bad. And I kind of do like at the time, I like the casting. I don't know. It's not a movie that I hate, but it's also not great. What about you, man? What do you think, Ren?
It's a film that even as a kid I didn't love. I had enough fun with it, but especially when you compare it to how superhero movies are nowadays, generally speaking, it's just a very odd film. It's very much a product of its time, but I can't say I ever loved it, even as a kid. The first one came out in 2004. I was 11 years old. And if an 11-year-old who loves superheroes didn't care for that film, that should tell you something. But I don't hate them. I think the second one, Silver Surfer, has enough good qualities in it that makes it
there's
solid.
way worse movies during this time
Oh
period,
yeah,
though.
for sure.
So,
Elektra, as much as I love Jennifer Garner, Elektra is there.
I don't think I've ever finished that one. I
mean, does it have an ending? I don't know if it does.
Next, GP asks, I referenced a show called Fire Force to you months ago. I remember this. Please tell me you watched it by now. If not, what are you waiting for? Ren, have you watched Fire Force?
I have not. I know it's. I'm forgetting the studio, but basically it's these firemen from I believe from the future that have these fire powers, or at least have some sort of superpowers, and they use it to fight fire. It's a special division of firefighters, but I have not seen it. I do remember it's from a studio that I really love, but
well, it's from the same creator as My Hero, right? Is that wrong or
no,
is that right?
I don't think so.
I think it is. I thought.
I'll check.
I swear there's some connection between the two. I can't remember if it's the same studio or
probably the same studio, because it's not the same creator, that's for sure. It's not Horikoshi.
Okay. Anyways, GP, I really want to. I have not watched a lot of TV lately, if I'm being honest with you. So, So Fire Force is on my list. I want to watch it, but I also need to watch Demon Slayer Entertainment Arc District Arc first. So it's on my list, I promise you. I've seen glimpses of it and it looks awesome. So I am looking forward to when I finally do watch it. Thank you for the reminder though. And I love your profile picture of Goku. Just fucking amazing. And who's he fighting? Is it Hit? Is that Hit? Is that Hit?
It is
okay.
Hit.
Sweet. Awesome. If you've never played Dragon Ball Z Fighters, fucking awesome.
Second best game, Dragon Ball game ever.
What's your first one? Budokai?
Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
PS2, baby. PS2, baby.
So fucking good. So good. I love that game. All right. John, I need some advice for getting into anime. I find the characters really over the top and annoying, and it distracts me from the storytelling, which is really good. Any suggestions for getting over this? I'm going to point this to Ren, man. I think you might have a better answer to me than this.
So the over-the-top nature, I understand, but it's very much a question of sensibilities, because that's just how it is over there in Japan. If you find like My Hero or Dragon Ball over the top, the more shonen style anime over the top, I'd say you can try Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Even it being a shonen one, it feels more nuanced per se.
Yep.
And try to get into more dramas. I think you'll enjoy more of the dramatic type of anime. There's a really cool anime called Psycho-Pass. It's a really cool world. It's very inventive. I never saw the third season, but the second season was very forgettable. There's even people who hated it. But if you just stick with the first season, you're fine. There's an anime they only lasted for one season called Tokyo ESP. It's basically an anime version of X-Men, and it's fucking awesome. And you can watch my favorite anime of all time, which doesn't feel over the top at all, and that's Fate Stay Night and Limited Blade Works. Is a 2-season anime from 2014. It's awesome. It's awesome. So Sweet. Those are a few ones I can recommend.
Nice. Awesome. Good picks. I mean, for me, you did make the Full Metal Alchemist, I guess, is one of the ones that I could easily recommend because it's not over the top. Death Note, I would also say is an acquired taste, and that's a good one. Would you say Cowboy Bebop's over the top? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think. There's moments of over the topness, but it's not. At least the way I'm interpreting what John is asking, it's not the same over the top as My Hero.
Honestly, let me say this, John. You should try the movies before the series. You should try like Studio Ghibli's like Spirited Away and Castle, because that's what got me into anime. That's what made me go, I fucking love anime. And then I started going into more of the shows like Dragon Ball, One Piece, and I was a little bit more acquired on that. So yeah, I think you should try that. Let's see. Besides the ones we saw in the Batman, what villain would you be most interested in seeing on screen in a sequel? Now, Ren did an awesome fan casting video. If you haven't watched it yet, go over and check that for the Batman sequel. You said Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, etc. We did a spoiler review. Ren wasn't able to be a part of it, but I did say Mr. Freeze is my #1 pick. But also Clayface. I would love to see Matt Reeves' version of Clayface. I know he's made a really realistic, grounded world. I think there's a way to do it. I really think there is a way to do Clayface in this world in a really unique way. But yeah, what about you, Ren? Any picks that you would have maybe that you didn't say in your video or that you could say in
I'm going to go the same route as you, because I've always wanted to see a Clayface in a live-action Batman movie. I think there's just tremendous compelling potential with that character. With who he is, with what his conflict is and whatnot. Having seen the Batman, however, I don't know how you insert him in this world, but if anyone can figure that out, it's Matt Reeves and his writing partner. They can find a way. But yeah, I did, if you don't mind the self-plug, I did a video yesterday. I went through the direction I would go with the story. There's a mention of Two-Face. There's a mention of Mr. Freeze and 2 other people. All villains, actually. I'm realizing I only cast villains in that video.
The thing about the next movie is they very much are probably going in the No Man's Land type era.
100%.
And I think probably
I took that in mind, too. I took that in
and
mind.
I think a lot of that is also maybe they also might perpendicular to the war of jokes and riddles. I think that's what the comic. It's been a while since I read that one, but I'm very interested to see the direction they do. But it is definitely feeling like they're setting up No Man's Land. So I want to ask you because did you say this in your video? Did you mention Robin at all in your video?
I did not. I
Okay,
wouldn't. I don't know if you introduced a Robin in this world, but even if you did, I don't think you do it in the next movie.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Or at least you could introduce a Dick Grayson, but you don't have him become Robin in the next movie.
Okay.
Yet.
I'll be honest. I think he's doing Robin next movie. It's just a gut feeling. I think he's going to do it. And I will also say this. I could be completely wrong. I think they kill him off at the end. And I think it fucking hits him emotionally. And I think the third movie,
I like that. If that's
and then the third movie,
I like that.
And then I think the third movie will be Court of Owls and Red Hood mixed together.
That I don't like so
much. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. I don't know. They are definitely setting up Court of Owls though. There's no fucking way they don't do Court of Owls.
100%.
And Hush. They are definitely.
That is if Hush isn't already on screen.
That is very true. I think he is. So, okay. Anyways, go watch Ren's video. It's a great video, and he does some great fan casting. You need to do more of that, please. You need to do more.
I know. I will do for the big properties. Because I remember I did 2, and they went really well. I had a ton of fun making them. I did for the MCU Fantastic Four. I did for the MCU X-Men. And then I was like, okay, what do you want to see next? And everyone was like, the Batman sequel. And I'm like, I need to watch the Batman first. And then there was just no other property that was like, I can fan cast this. So then I kept the wishes of my audience in mind. And when I saw the Batman, I was like, I can.
You should do a Nova one. Like take your favorite Nova comic and kind of go off on a Nova fan casting.
The sixth run after the Annihilus War, after the Thanos in Paris.
Dude, I want you to know I'm so fucking annoyed. So my mom asked me yesterday, and she goes, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" So I was like, "Oh, I'll just give her a list of comics, and you can pick whatever." So I was doing research on the Annihilus run, which I've never read before, but I'm reading about this. I'm like, this sounds.
Annihilus run is cool,
dude. I was like, this sounds amazing. $300.
Oh,
the two that. So I have a thing where I want the whole thing, but like 2 of them are like $200 like out here, and I'm like, I'll wait.
See if you can get the Nova run, or even the Thor run that features Gore the God Butcher, because you still haven't gotten that.
I forgot about Thor the God. I forgot about that one. Okay, I might throw that towards her too. But I did throw her a couple of Guardians of the Galaxy ones that I've always wanted to read. So because I love the Guardians. So, anyways, let's see. The Movie Man asks, favorite comic book hero.
Ooh.
It's tough.
I know what you're gonna say. You know what I'm going to say.
I have two.
I have 2 as well.
It's Spider-Man and Batman. Those have always been my favorite. I love the comics for both of those. I love the movies.
100%, but nothing's happening.
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. It's 100%.
I'm gonna refresh.
Maybe click here for the reward?
No, because that just shows the Court of Owls cipher.
What the fuck?
I already refreshed, so I'm getting to it again. Nothing.
Dude, it's going to 200. I guarantee they're gonna fucking do some bullshit.
No, that's so stupid.
Damn, they played us. Anyways, Ren, I guess we'll wait a second. What's your favorite comic book hero?
So I've always had 2. It has always been a first place tie for me. I have a favorite comic book hero from Marvel, and that is the Incredible Hulk. It has always been my favorite hero, and a favorite comic book hero from DC, and that is the Batman. Those have always been my 2 favorites. Those have always been the 2 heroes that I connect with the most. And Batman is by far my favorite DC hero. So yeah, those are the 2.
Good picks. Great picks.
Thank you.
Great picks. All right. Lady Aaron, Ren, and Zach, how do you feel about why the 8 categories aren't being presented at the Oscars? Ren, I'll let you take this one first.
Same way I felt when I didn't know why they were removed. I don't think there's any justifiable reason for them to be removed. They're categories of the Oscars. Keep them on the air. Just take out the Amy Schumer of it all. Take out any hosts if need be. Just make the show shorter by keeping out the quote-unquote entertainment parts. and just present the awards and celebrate the movies that you're
Breaking
rewarding.
news! The Boys Season 3 trailer coming tomorrow. Carl Urban just fucking announced it.
Ooh, okay. It looks like we'll have something more to talk about on the podcast.
Hell fucking yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah,
Let's go.
Anyways, Lady Erin, I might not even cover the Oscars this year. Yeah, I it sucks because the reaction is a hit on the channel. And I'm still debating. I'm still holding out. They're still going to present them, but it frustrates me to no end. So I don't know. Literally, the Oscars is 2 days after my birthday, so it was part of my celebration, and now I don't even know if I want to watch it. So
wait, it's 3 days. March 25th, right?
Yeah. So isn't it the 27th?
No, I think it's the 28th.
Oh.
Hang on.
I thought it was.
Well,
it's on a Sunday.
Because just the other day, Bruna asked me when it was, and I went on Google and it showed me March 28th.
No, it's the 27th because 28th is a Monday. So maybe the 28th for you. Because...
Yeah, it shows me 28th because of the time zones, but I didn't see that. Yeah, never mind. 2 days after your birthday. But I knew your birthday. It wasn't the fact that I didn't know your birthday.
It's all good. Everyone, my birthday is March 25th, and if we can hit 30,000 subscribers before March 25th, I will come on this naked.
I don't know if you're going to lose subscribers over that.
I don't know. It won't happen. So someone buys a bunch of bots.
Yeah.
I'd fucking be mad.
I mean, I wanted to hit 3,000 or 4,000. Didn't happen either.
No. Ren and Zach, what is a movie that will be released this year that you think is going to critically flop? In my opinion, I think that Morbius is going to flip critically. No. No. Critically,
you don't think Morbius is going to critically flop?
No, I think it'll go around 40%. If I'm
being
honest. I think there's going to be a lot of people who like it. Other than that, I would have said The Flash, if I'm being honest, but that's not coming out this year anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Do you have anything? Is it Morbius really for you, or?
Morbius is one I'd bet on it flopping, but just for the sake of argument, I'm looking for something else, but I don't know what these movies are. 2022 movies. Summer, I guess. Let's search for summer movies. Firestarter. I think not many people are going to like it. I think Firestarter is going to be a bit of a flop, at least compared to what they're expecting.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If we're talking about box office bombs, let's talk about box office real fast. What big blockbuster do you think is going to be the movie that should have made more? Whether it was because of the pandemic and kind of how the box office is now. I'm going to say this right now also. Shazam 2 will be pushed back again or something if the box office doesn't start going back to how it was when Bumblebee, Jumanji, and Aquaman all came out in the same fucking time period. And two of those movies made $1 billion. So that's kind of what they're going off for Shazam. I will say I think Top Gun should be $1 billion movie, but it won't.
But I don't think it's going to flop. I also don't think it'll hit $1 billion, but I think it's going to do really well.
I hope so. Anything for you?
I don't know if flop. I don't know if I'd say flop, but Fantastic Beasts. Right now, I don't see it doing a ton.
That's a good... Dude, my girlfriend didn't even know it was coming out in April. And she loves Harry Potter. She loves all that stuff. She didn't even know it was coming out. So, it's gone up to 1%. Or 101% now, I think.
Oh, mine hasn't.
Let me see. I see someone else's did, so let's see.
They trolled us. They trolled us all.
The Dimes to $1 podcast. Do you have a letterbox? I do. It's in the description below. Ren, what is yours?
Mine is Ren Geekness, same as Twitter, same as my YouTube channel.
Hey, wait. It just...
What happened?
Wait.
Nothing. La rata alada. What's the matter, fellas? No habla español?
What's all these?
You've come this far. Now, let's see if you're willing to discover more. While you unmask everything that has yet to be revealed, I'm safe here with my new friend. We will see you soon.
Yeah,
What the
see,
fuck?
so
Does the Joker take it? Oh, it downloaded something.
yeah, I downloaded it. It's right here. It's all these.
Oh shit. Oh, are we supposed to figure what the fuck? Holy
What the
shit.
fuck?
What is this? Battle for the city. Is it all the things Riddler had? Is that what it is?
I think so. It looks like it. But is that it?
Yeah, I think so, I guess.
So that's all we waited for?
They trolled us. The sons of bitches got us.
But the with my new friend, that's interesting. So
just with my new friend, yeah. Oh well.
All right. Well, that was a waste of time.
Disappointed.
Watch, a trailer's gonna drop or something.
Nah, it's not a fucking
Announce
trailer,
the sequel, man. Announce the sequel. Come on, guys. Anyways,
yes, I agree with that.
Let's continue on with this. This one's for me. Zach, what up, man? Have you been watching The Walking Dead? Yes. Got lots of thoughts on it. When this part of the season ends, I'm going to do a video on my entire thoughts on The Walking Dead up to now, and then I will be doing like an entire show review when the finale hits later this year. I have a ton of thoughts, and I'm very frustrated as a fan of the show before and as a fan of the comics. So that's where we'll kind of leave it. Let's see. Candid Cinema, go get her to 500 subscribers now.
She hit it already, but continue to subscribe nonetheless.
Go. I didn't know she hit it. Awesome.
Congrats, Manda.
Was there a film with a significant twist or development that was spoiled for you? If so, what film was it? Oh, this one's easy for me. I know this one automatically. Endgame. I mean, I knew everyone came back. Someone sent me a fucking screenshot of all of the heroes lined up and Cap holding the hammer. And I said, fuck you. I literally said, fuck you. He posted it. I posted something. I was like, I'm so excited for Endgame 3 days from now. And someone fucking posted that photo right underneath. So,
damn.
That was mine.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I knew The Sixth Sense before I ever watched it. I knew The Empire Strikes Back before I ever watched it. I'm gonna throw. I've forgiven you, but I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit. When a certain big YouTuber posted some pictures, it was overnight for me, so I wasn't there to witness it. So when I
thought you wanted to.
So when I didn't choose my words carefully, granted, but when I asked Zach,
it was also 6 a.m. my time.
What happened? And instead of just telling me what happened like that, a certain person leaked certain pictures. He was just boom, the content of the photos right there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
It felt like shit.
Bro.
It felt like shit.
It was funny.
At least we knew they were in it. It would have been worse if there was
no already
rumors.
That point of uncertainty. Are they in it? I think they're in it, but we weren't sure. But yeah, I've forgiven you. I don't care. It's funny. We're laughing about it. It's funny looking back. But I remember at the time I was like, Zach.
and now I will never send him anything. I will always be like, I think like there was maybe a week later. Well, now I've done that because we know stuff about the Flash. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to know?
And stuff about Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jake also sent a super chat. Why is it not telling me when a super chat? Zach, have you been keeping up with The Walking Dead? I did answer your question. Yes. I have a lot of thoughts. Not happy with some of it. I will say I overall really like what they're doing right now, but there is not a main character that I'm grabbing onto right now, and that is my biggest thing right now, is that since there is no Rick or Michonne, I like all the other characters, but the thing is they're not focusing in on just one. This used to be Rick's journey, and for me, the fact that it is not now is frustrating. And then they switched it to Michonne and Daryl and Carol, and I kind of just rhymed. And I don't know. Jake, there, are you liking it? I'm curious because like I like the show, but the potential should be so much better. Like I see what they did with Invincible. They took the comics and they made them better for the show. You could have done that with this Walking Dead thing, and now it's just frustrating me. Your greatest disappointment of a movie you ever saw?
Ooh, good question. Oh man,
That's tough.
can I find it in my playlists? Hang on. Oh, that's a great question.
It stumps me because I'm not sure. It has to be a blockbuster, I guess.
I mean, I remember being disappointed with a ton of movies, but like biggest, greatest. I mean, it's tough, man.
Because some of these don't happen instantly. It's something I think on.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I mean, it's not the biggest of all time, but I have one too because I was tremendously excited for Suicide Squad in 2016.
Yep, that was the one I was just about to say the same thing. I immensely excited, went in, and I literally sat there. I'm like, I don't know if I like that movie, and I think we both had the same experience. We had to go see it again. Saw it again. I'm like,
and I had tickets bought even before I saw it the first time because I went to a pre-wide release screening like a couple of days before. Then I went to the premiere day. Then I went on a Saturday, and then I went on a Sunday. Like every time I watched it, I like it less and less. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, huh, okay, that was fine. And then I watched the second time, I'm like, that's below average.
Yep.
And then I watched this the third time. I really dislike this. And then fourth time, I'm like, I hate this. I despise this film.
Hey, and honestly, I don't blame you. But that's probably one of mine. The first Fantastic Beasts is probably another one. Really came off Harry Potter as a huge kick. Hate the first Fantastic Beasts with a passion.
I'm gonna steal off your thunder a little bit because I quite enjoy the first Fantastic Beasts, and I was really excited for the second one. And the second one, like I could teach a class on how bad that film is.
The script is really bad for that movie, but I don't know why. I don't hate it. I just think it's fine. I'm trying to think back. There's probably more that I'm missing. I want to ask you.
Pops and my Funkos in case I'm forgetting.
Did Rise of Skywalker disappoint you? Because I know you weren't a fan of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I enjoy. I mean, up to a certain point, Star Wars will always be Star Wars, and I still widely prefer to Attack of the Clones, to Phantom Menace, to the Clone Wars movie.
I got another one.
Oh,
Bucky. This one is my least favorite film. Well, second least favorite film besides Cats that year.
Oh,
Hellboy. I love the fucking comics. I am a major fan of Hellboy. I fucking love Hellboy. You get David Harbour. You get the guy who directed The Descent in some of the best episodes of Game of Thrones. And then you find out behind the scenes that, hey, they give you the big middle finger. You're not going to actually edit this movie or finish your film. And they totally destroyed that film.
Good shout.
Terrible fucking film. Also, there's an audio file, I guess, by the way, of this.
Oh.
And it's just
him singing Ave Maria.
Yep, for 20 minutes.
For what?
20 minutes.
What the fuck? Okay, that's a choice.
Yeah, that is definitely a choice. All right, then. All right. Oh, we got another super chat. Fuck, guys. I am so sorry.
Woo-hoo.
It is not updating me. Let me do something else real fast so that way I can see this shit. See, why isn't it updating me with this? Okay. I think this is the latest one. Merkley asks, hey, fellas, do you watch MMA and UFC? Do you watch this? I don't know if you do.
I watch whenever, like, someone I know I'm familiar with is on. I don't watch everything. Like, we don't have easy access to it, but the big pay-per-views, they come on. So when I know, like, someone on the card, I will watch.
Okay. I used to be the same. I used to watch actually a lot of it with my dad. We fell off a while ago, like, and I mean probably like 6 years ago. So I'm not caught up with it. If it's a big pay-per-view match, I'll watch it afterwards when people post it on Twitter, the entire thing. So that's kind of what I'll do. But thanks for the question, man. Joe Fletcher, Zach, do you think we'll ever see Rick Grimes and Michonne in the Walking Dead universe again? Andrew Lincoln is Atlanta, where they are filming something Walking Dead related. Yes, they're supposed to be filming a Rick movie. That will never happen, probably. I would go as far to say Rick, yes. Michonne, it would be disappointing if Donnie is it, how do you say it?
Denai Guerrera.
Denai Guerrera. It would be disappointing if she doesn't show back up because they were in a relationship and she went off to look for him. So it'd be weird if he just came back. But there was some pay discrepancy with her and the producers and them not wanting to pay her as much as she should be getting. So that's kind of why she left.
As she doesn't need this.
Yeah. And she's probably going to be in the Wakanda spinoff.
That's right. Too, she is, yeah.
As for Rick Grimes, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't show up, it'd be kind of weird in the finale. And right now they are filming the final episode, so let's kind of take it as what it is. They're probably filming it. So yeah, there it is. And guys, just so you know, my thing just missed a bunch of questions. So we're going to take probably like 10, 15 minutes more, and then we'll say goodbye to everyone. This is another good disappointment, by the way. Glass. I liked Glass, but a lot of people were disappointed in it.
I like Glass, but at the same time, it was a disappointment. I agree with that. But I overall still like that.
Yeah, for sure. Lady Aaron says, that's
17 Scott's replying to Lady Aaron.
Who's the best character in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars? For me, it's easily Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. I agree.
I mean, yeah, we have the same name, so I'm kind of biased. But yeah, easily it's him.
This is a good one. Michael Caine is my favorite Alfred, but there's no bad Alfred. Do you agree with this? Because Benson asked, "What is your Alfred ranking?" I don't know if I could give an Alfred ranking.
That's a market nobody has dived into yet.
Yeah. Except Sean Chandler probably will now. Sean, you got to do your Alfred ranking.
Go do it, Ranking King. I mean, the best is still Michael Caine. I would go Michael Gough from the Burton and Schumacher movies. He's number 2 because we've seen a ton of him, even with all the flaws. I think even in the little bit of screen time he has, Serkis paints a more interesting and compelling Alfred, but we've spent more time and see more sides of the Michael Gough one. And Ralph Fiennes is a great one too in the Lego Batman movie.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he is great.
Actually, let me revise that. Second place, I would actually go with Alfred from Batman the Animated Series and Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah. Okay. I pretty much agree with your ranking. I think given time, Andy Serkis will probably grow as a great Alfred because what we got of him was great. We just need more of him.
Yeah.
Next one.
I don't know if he'll surpass Michael Caine because Michael Caine's just that fucking
Michael Caine's great, man. He's great. What streaming service has the highest numbers of original series that you've enjoyed? Same with original movies. Your answer can be 2 separate ones, one for TV, one for film. TV, HBO. I think HBO has the highest quality of shows to date. I mean, look at Peacemaker, Game of Thrones, Barry, Mayor of Eastwood. The list goes on and on from there. For me, for film wise though, it's hard not to say Netflix because Netflix easily has the most for their buck. Like they put the most films out. Mm-hmm. And even if they have a 99% of shit ones, they will have that one fucking amazing one per year. Mm-hmm. That's like, yeah, that's it. What about you, man?
You bring up a good point in regards to Netflix. And most other streaming services are very young compared to it. But like on an average batting ratio, I think Amazon Prime is the best streaming service. Prime Video right now is the best one out there just because of the consistency in quality. Not to say everything is great, but they have a bigger number of great things over anything else. And obviously, I have not seen every show from every streaming service, but from my experience, from what I have watched, I think Prime Video has the best overall product. Still the most horrible interface, but they
terrible.
do have the X-ray thing in the episodes, which is such a cool feature that I hope other streaming services implement.
I agree. Will Avatar 2 top No Way Home's box office? That is a really good question, and I'm going to go on a limb and say yes. If it's great.
I reserve the right to change my opinion as we get closer to it, as we get more information, as we see a trailer, as we see how people react to a trailer, as we see the momentum it gains or not up until it comes out. But right now, I'm going to say no.
We forgot Jeremy Irons.
That's true. He's
honestly,
kind of in the same place as Andy Serkis, honestly.
I like him more than the Schumacher and Burton one.
I can get that.
I love Jeremy Irons. I don't know if it's just his voice. There's just something about it that's just so...
It's definitely partially
perfect.
At least his voice, for sure.
It's very seductive, like very Scarish, you know?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Zach, have you seen Reacher's series on Amazon Prime? I haven't. Have you, Ren?
No, I'm interested in giving it a shot. Because I've heard such good things about it. I wasn't even going to watch it, and I'm not saying, like, I need to watch the show, but it's a show that now I'm interested in giving it a shot.
All right. Fair enough. How do you guys feel about some movies such as The Flash and Black Adam getting delayed? I have thoughts on this.
I have thoughts.
Black Adam getting delayed, it doesn't make me mad because it's still coming out this year. It's coming out in October, not a bad date. And it's probably the choice to move Black Adam is because they probably believe in the damn movie. And also because if Black Adam's fucking great, that success is going to ride on to Shazam 2, which is kind of two characters, same outlook. And I think it could help Shazam 2. Aquaman and the Flash being moved, though. Aquaman, that movie was not coming out this year. They literally just finished filming. They have so much visual effects to do. There was no way they were going to finish that movie. I'm not even shocked that one got moved. The Flash, though? Oh, fuck. God, this movie is never coming out, it feels like.
The things we know. The things we know.
Yeah. Now, they are saying it's CGI stuff, which I'm sure that is.
I actually buy that.
I buy it. I have heard that it's more than that, too. So, I am not willing to discuss that on here. But, I've heard
we'll discuss it in the chat privately after this show.
I've heard they're changing things. So, yeah, I don't
know. Does it have anything to do with the bit of information I sent you, like on our last show?
I don't really remember what you sent me, if I'm being honest. If you send me in the private chat right now, I can look again.
Yeah, I will.
Let's see. No.
Okay.
Not about that. I wish, though. I fucking wish. But yeah, it's dumb. But I also will say this. The other thing I have about this, which Discovery is officially taking over in mid-April, so that's a big thing. And legally, they are not supposed to be doing anything right now. Here's the thing, though. Those two movies didn't get pushed back. They would have had only 2 DC movies in 2023, which would have been Shazam and Batgirl. And Batgirl is a streaming film. So they would have had no big blockbusters. So I personally think there's also another reason of, okay, these movies need more time. Let's just move them to next year. Then it's a bigger box office for that and all sorts of things like that. Plus, I also think, and Ren, this is my other thought, maybe the Batman was so good, DC looked at both these movies and went, fuck, we got to do something better.
I don't know. I don't know. But I hope it's not that, because if it is that, as much as they're like, oh, let's make these movies better, like they're being reactionary once again. They're going back to their 2016, 2015 selves and be like, oh shit, people didn't like this, or people like that a lot. Let's change this new thing.
Definitely. So I guess that's it. We're going to take 2 more questions. So I want you guys to throw in like the most unique thing you could possibly ask. It doesn't even have to be about movies. It could be about anything you want us to ask about. And that's
How did you lose your virginity?
I'm not answering that, but Ren might want to. Well,
It
he's
was on
actually
my
still a
birthday.
virgin. Oh,
Not
there you
not this birthday. That just happened. But on that birthday.
go. Where
of
was
mine.
your kilt? Where was your kilt, by the way?
Haven't bought it because it's too expensive. But Zach,
Was it? Let's see.
I'm a lord. I'm legally
Hey!
a lord. I own a plot of land in the castle of Cowl Glen. And thanks to me being a lord, if I ever want to, I'll go to the castle. They'll give me a free tour. And I have the kilt with my colors to buy there.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I like
This was a
that. I
present
like
from
that.
Bruna, by the way.
That's awesome. Thanks, Bruna.
I'll talk
Thanks for
more
making
about
him Lord.
those
So
tomorrow.
can we call you Lord Ren now?
You can. Legally, I am a lord, so that would be accurate. You don't have to. I'm not making it. I'm not forcing anyone to call me lord, but if you want to, yes, it would be accurate
enough.
of you to call me lord.
All right. I see the 2 questions now. Sam, will we see Cal Kestis in live action? Yeah. I think it's just a matter of time before we do. Wouldn't be shocked if we see him in Obi-Wan, if I'm being honest with you all. But I don't know. What about you? Do you think it's ever live action or no?
Ever? Yeah. I mean, I'll be shocked if we never see him. I don't want it to be an Obi-Wan. I wouldn't necessarily fit him into Ahsoka. Like, if you want to bring, I know this is gonna sound very, very.
The thing that's also
obvious
tough,
what
we
just
don't know where the
happened with-
sequel's going. We know we're
yeah,
getting
we
a
don't know where the
sequel
sequels are going, but I mean, he has to be dead by the time
by now.
the sequel
Yeah.
trilogy happens. But honestly, if you want to bring into live action, I know this is going to sound odd given everything we complained about with the Book of Boba Fett, but just make a Cal Kestis show.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. You know what else I would also say though? I wouldn't be surprised. Again, we don't know where he is in the timeline. Where was he during the original trilogy? He's fucking nowhere to be seen. So, neither was Ahsoka. So I guess there's also that. So there's questions of like where you have to just suspend disbelief. I could see Cal showing up in Mandalorian. If I'm being honest to God, I could see him showing up in Mandalorian.
I can see him showing up in Mandalorian. I don't want to see him showing up.
And neither do I. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. The other question that we had though that I really liked was, did you guys ever fail at what you wanted to do and ended up doing something different that led you to where you are now?
Oh,
deep question. And this
Eric.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I do have one more. I like Tony Movie Chappies too, so we're gonna take this one and Tony Movie Chappies. So, yes and no. So when I was in high school, I was varsity track, cross country. I was really, really fast at running. Didn't really. I could have gone farther if I really wanted to, and I didn't. Because I was a little bit into my head and it didn't work that way. So I never went further. But if I never did that, I wouldn't be doing this today. I wouldn't be talking movies. I wouldn't even know who the fuck Ren is. Well, I would have ended up seeing his videos because I had seen his videos before I started YouTube. But
who knows? Who knows if you would? Like, clearly,
I mean, that is
not
true.
enough people catch me. Not enough people see my videos.
Dude, your first video I remember watching was Thor Ragnarok. I remember it. Maybe it was one of your Marvel ones. It was one of your Marvel ones, and I was like,
"Did that one do well?"
I think so.
I'll continue with your story.
You were one of the first. You were one of the first reviews. So, and I was like, this guy has a cool ass fucking thumbnail, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. So, so that is easily like one of my biggest things that kind of. But the other thing is, this is my third attempt at YouTube. First two, I did different things. I tried different things. And then my third time around, I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit and talk movies. I don't care. And now we're here. So there's a lot of things that send you in different directions. What about you, Ren?
So in high school, like our high school works differently than your high school. So our high school, which is basically 10th, 11th, 12th before we head off to college. That's where we focus like on something that's supposed to be our future. And for my high school period, I was doing a sports course. I was focusing on sports, not specific enough. Like with that course, I could go into physical therapy. I had to go into being a physical a PE teacher. I could go into being a coach of some kind of sport. I could go into being a swimmer, into being a basketball player, soccer player, well, anything. And just, I didn't feel passionate about it, and I wasn't good enough, because back in the high school I was the fat kid, which didn't help, morally speaking. um, so I technically failed at that. Then during a little bit of college, I lost a bit of direction. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really know if I wanted to be a director, because I didn't know if I could hack it. And so for a while, I was just directionless. I had a passion for directing. I wanted to do it, but I just didn't have the courage to pursue it. But eventually I fell back on track to pursue that. And so I think those are the ones. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think I ever took enough risks to monumentally, utterly fail at something that I had to change direction. It was more of a trial and error kind of thing. It was more seeing stuff that I liked. Could I be good at it? Did I have a passion to pursue it as a career? Like as a kid growing up, I've always enjoyed drawing, but I was never good at drawing, so I couldn't pursue that. Sports, I was good enough at it, but I didn't have the passion to fully pursue it and dedicate my life to it. So when it came to movies, I had the passion for it. I have the drive for it. So this is where I am now, thanks to that. A great question. I don't think my answer did it justice, but great question.
And the last one, more personal. Zach and Ren, do you have have any regrets in your personal life?
I have this thing that I tell. So in case you don't know, in my groups of friends, because all of us have like these different group of friends, because not everyone likes everyone or has the same.
Like who likes Bruno?
Exactly. I'm usually like the oldest in my group of friends. By a few years, like 2-3 years, something like that. And so I always tell my friends, like, you're going to have regrets. Like, if you don't regret anything, you haven't lived. Yep. So yes, I have a ton of regrets. I think everyone should have regrets, but always regret stuff you did, stuff you said. Always regret something you experienced in some way, never something you didn't. Because if you experienced it, if it was a failure, like Eric was talking about, you'll learn from it. And failure is usually a better teacher than success. So always risk stuff. Say something and learn that you shouldn't have said that. Learn why you shouldn't have said it. Do something and learn that it was a mistake and learn from that mistake. So absolutely, lots of regrets. And I'm happy I have those regrets.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I try not to regret anything in my life because it's all led me to where I am now. So even if there's something I'm like, fuck, I wasted my time on that, or like certain things,
you'll learn that you wasted your time. Because if you hadn't risked it, you would still be unsure about it.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing. I guess the only thing is that if I could go back in time and tell my younger self, I would tell my younger self, you need to start talking about movies on YouTube earlier.
100%.
Like that's the only thing I think I would go. It's not like I regret doing this, or I would just tell myself, get out of your fucking head, put the camera on, and start talking movies. Because I have always loved movies, and I wish I would have started doing this earlier.
100%.
And a lot of you guys might be feeling the same way, like, oh, I want to do YouTube, I want to do this. Start now. If you have a cell phone that has a camera in it, you can start right now. You can start right now. So anyways, that's going to be the end of the live Ask Me Anything. Thank you guys so much again for watching this. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for This Week in Geek, where we'll be talking about Amazon Prime's announcement of God of War. Plus, taking your guys' live questions on news that you guys want us to discuss. Lots of news came out this week, so it's going to be exciting. Plus, the Boys Season 3 trailer, if it's up before we start, which I don't know if it will be, but we'll see. Ren, anything else you got coming up that you'd like to plug, man?
No, during the weekend, I just leave myself to do This Week in Geek, not Geeks Around. That's another thing. This Week in Geek, because videos usually don't do well on the weekends, so I don't do any videos unless I'm utterly forced to. But on Monday, we got Deepwater review coming. We got Fresh review coming. It's not out yet here in the UK. I saw it like last week, but I had to keep the review. I had to hold it out until Monday, so I hope you guys that have seen it, which most of you have at this point, still watch that one when it comes out on Monday. And after Yang reviews, tons of other reviews. We are done with the Batman content, but there's a ton of Batman coverage on my channel. There's a ton of Batman coverage on Zach's channel, and a ton of exciting stuff coming. So I hope to see you guys there, and thanks, Zach, for having me again. Getting back on the grind, talking live about nerd shit.
Yep, as always. But thank you guys again for watching this. Thank you again. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching this on the replay and you've never watched one of these videos, hit that like, subscribe button, go subscribe to Ren. And of course, until next time, stay classy.